And I personally like this topic. I think this is something that we don't often talk about, but because I run the success community, I obviously have a lot of passion for it. It's a place where people go to get their questions answered. It's a place where people go to share their ideas, drive our roadmap, connect people, build their networks. It really is an amazing place to go. So if you haven't, you're here because you are part of the group, so you know. But there's more out there than just the group as well. And what I wanted to talk about today with these three wonderful individuals is more a little bit about why they do what they do and what does it do for them and what has it done for their career and growth. So I'm going to start with Ben. And I want to know from you, what does it mean to you and what has it done to change the way that you do business and the way that you interact? Tell us a little bit about that.
I think it's the sense of kind of you always know there's something behind you to help you out. So there's rarely a question that hasn't been answered on the success community. And it's that feeling of knowing that whatever challenge you kind of face, there's always something behind you to support you. And the thing I kind of like about it is it's not formal in any way. Like, it is very, very informative, but it is formal, informal. And there's just so much, so many resources in the community, and it's, fantastic.
So there's just about 98% of the questions that get asked, not just about, it is true that 98% of the questions that get answered on the community are by other community members. And I think that, definitely it helps you learn Salesforce. And would you say that that's the way it is for you?
Yeah, totally. Well, I actually learned Salesforce from the community. So when I started at Salesforce, I was like, I don't know anything about this at all. What the hell do I do? But then I thought, okay, there's this answers board. People have posted questions, and if they've got questions about this kind of stuff, then I'm probably going to come up with the same things at some point. Therefore, let's go off, research the answer, and post the answer on the answers board. And that's basically how I started to learn Salesforce. And yeah, it's really cool because I'm answering these questions, not knowing anything, not even knowing if I kind of got the right answer, but I had my developer org, I was trying things out, playing with it, this works, and answering the questions. But also like on the groups, and you've got access to all these specific groups with the product managers kind of hanging out in there and stuff like that, so you can kind of tap straight into people, and get the answers from the people that are kind of developing it pretty much. Rather than kind of going via support, which can take sometimes a little bit longer. So yeah, for me, it's great for development, for coding, for everything. It's pretty cool, and then you get to learn about the community and those people, and it gets kind of cool. Yeah.
All right, and Jody, what were you doing before? Were you always in Salesforce, living and breathing Salesforce, or how have things changed for you?
So when I started with Salesforce in 2004, there was no Trailhead. There really wasn't your community. There was really nothing. So I like to tell people that I learned Salesforce through like the Hulk smash method. Basically, I dev org, just bang around in it and kind of hope and pray that I'm doing the right things. But as things started to develop, and I thought the idea exchange was the best thing ever. I tried to incorporate that in terms of, because I was a solo admin on the customer side. So I try to incorporate that in terms of what do end user customers want. So, you have a hard job already, right? You're already the admin, and you have management telling you things, and you have end users saying it would be easier if I did this. So the community just helped me really kind of learn more about Salesforce. The idea exchange thing was so great to me because I was able to leverage that. But in terms of changing it, I don't think I would know Salesforce 1/4 the way I do now without having the community behind me. And I think the other part that I really love about it is that you talk to these people, whether it's, through Twitter, it's through, if you have, you hashtag AskForce, or you put something on the board. When I went to Dreamforce, the first time I went to Dreamforce, I didn't know anybody. The next time I went to Dreamforce, I felt like I had a family of people there welcoming me with big hugs, like, oh my God, I know you from Twitter, and it's so awesome. So I felt like it really changed everything about my career.
Okay, now I'll ask you guys a question. So what are mainly your roles using Salesforce? What do you guys do? Admins, developers, how many are you are admins? What about developers? Okay, great. So, and we've got a good plethora right here of both of those. So what questions do you have of them that would help you in your career? What's going to make you more successful? Yeah.
For about the last 10 years, .NET and Oracle. So I want to move into Salesforce development, and I've done the basic certification. But I feel very much like an outsider at the minute because I don't have any colleagues who do Salesforce. I'm a .NET contractor, Salesforce over there. And I guess one question I've got is, why should I use the Salesforce community? Because there are Stack Overflow communities and LinkedIn, and what do they all offer? And where should I be really? Because there's just so much. It's so diluted,
Yeah, so basically, Stack Exchange, Salesforce now,
Success community or the walls of the developer community, because we want to be wherever you are, and these guys are extensions of our team, and we don't expect that you're going to get every answer on one place. You need to go where you feel comfortable, and so you definitely will see presence, and so you don't need to be alone. There's presence pretty much in all of the different major channels where they're doing exactly what you're trying to do. So there's, I would say, just try to get involved or start looking around, because Stack Exchange is absolutely something that we completely support. Oh, yeah.
And I also think it depends. You said something the other night during your community talk, is that the first thing we do whenever we hit a snag is we Google. We Google everything. I say all the time, I couldn't do my job without Google, just because I Google everything. And you never know where that answer might live. It could be in any of those places. It could be in all of those places. But I don't think you're picking one channel over the other. I think it's really you're going to go where you're going to find your answer. And most of us have probably hit that snag already.
I think Stack Exchange is fantastic, because when you go on Google and you type something in, Stack Exchange sometimes does come up. And I'm not a dev, but it has answered some of my questions. But I think the community is more of a cliche word, but platform to, I spend a lot more time on the community than I do on, say, Stack Exchange, because usually I search on Google and if it comes up on Stack Exchange, fantastic. But the community's got, it's got user groups. It's got there's like a weight loss group. There's a Dreamforce group. There's not saying anything. there's a lot of other groups, and you really get to know the person behind it, because you're meeting them at these user groups, and when you go to Dreamforce, you're meeting them at Dreamforce. So yeah, it's much more of a platform to spend a lot of time on, I'd say.
Yeah, my first Dreamforce, I went on my own. Didn't know anybody really from the UK going over. But I'd already started tweeting people and been kind of on the web in the community, and it was that kind of thing of, oh my God, you're Francis? Oh wow! And it was great. It's that kind of connection. Put a face to just a Twitter profile, and then even if it's like a one, like at these events, you kind of meet them for the first time. And you kind of make that kind of little bit of a connection, and you kind of slowly find out, oh, this person's a guru at Marketing Cloud. This guy's a guru, girl is a guru at, Sales Cloud or whatever. And, but you can kind of tell it by the amount of, like Steve Moe is like renowned on answers community of answering. I don't know, he doesn't sleep basically, I'm sure. And he just answers thousands of questions. But he is like a formulas guru. So if anybody's got a formulas question, they just go straight to Steve Moe, or you'll answer it, but then that's getting, closer and closer to the community. So it depends how far you want to get in, or how, yeah. But, it really helps as well, so, yeah.
Who else? What are you doing? What are you having troubles with? Yeah.
At Salesforce, I've started working on Salesforce from November 2015, when I finished my graduation. As a newbie on the Salesforce platform, I would like to know ways that I can improve my development skills in this moment. I've noticed that they are mostly alike in Java or C#. They are mostly alike, so I adapt very well to the Apex transformation to the Apex language. So as a newcomer in Salesforce, I would like to know how can I improve and be even better or become even better.
I think it's really interesting when I'm working in Salesforce.
Handle for or handles for top tips or something that's good to look at every day.
And now you're going to be doing that. Thank you. We have a user group in Portugal, and you're doing that. That's really cool. Do we have anything like that?
One single Twitter account, but there are just so many members of the community which are sharing stuff constantly. I think I follow about 1,500 people, so whenever you look at Twitter, there's always something interesting being shared, which I guess is what it's there for, really. But
Top ones that you like.
some top ones, people. I'm pretty good, not bad. Salesforce Ben. There's Radnip, Force of Anarchy, right? Brent Downey's really good, admin hero.
That guy that wrote the blog about all of you.
Oh, Oliver Hansen,
Yes.
Nesensa is his Twitter handle.
Write down that what he did is created this beautiful website with all of the really amazing blogs that are written by our.
I see. Follow. That's what I do. Follow.
Listen to what they say.
Yeah.
I think it also depends on what you're. I think it also depends on what you're looking for. So there's more people who are geared towards really codey development stuff, more admin type people, like you mentioned Brett Downey. He's got a lot of great tips about being, an admin, very admin focused. I do some admin stuff, but a lot of more of the softer skills like change management and project pitfalls, things to be aware of in implementation. So. Okay, yeah. So I think everybody has a little bit of a niche.
So Make Positive. They've got a really great testing tool for Salesforce. But if you're more testing, I don't know who's Bob Buzzards, yeah. Andy in the Cloud, which is Financial Force guy, CTO. He's really awesome. Andrew Fawcett, yeah, his blog's brilliant. Also, actually, if you just even just the Salesforce blogs, so developer blogs, they always put guest blogs up all the time. I've written one or two in the past, and yeah, it's quite cool. But yeah,
Maybe we should consider, because we have Ask Force.
yeah,
There's a new hashtag that
you should, yeah.
spin up about tips. That would
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, thanks.
No, yeah. So I retweet all kinds of stuff anyway. So I use Feedly. So I just got everybody's blogs pouring into that, and actually I got a blog post of all my top developer blogs that I follow and admin blogs and stuff. So, but yeah.
Other questions? All right, I have a question. So what's next for you? What is your career progression that you want with Salesforce? Like, after you've done all this, you're writing this amazing blog, you do all this work on the community, what do you want to do next with Salesforce? Or maybe without? What do you want to do?
That's a tough question. I suppose I've built up sort of this knowledge over the past 3 years. I've been involved in Salesforce. Now I've just moved to a new company, Empower, that specializes in startups. That is a program that Salesforce are focusing on now as well. So I suppose next in my career, I want to focus in the startup area for the next few years, definitely, just because it's so interesting. The amount of companies we meet that are just doing these amazing, innovative things, and just really refining their business processes with Salesforce. So taking all this kind of knowledge I've learned and really applying it directly to the business through Salesforce. And that's not only their CRM, but every aspect of their business on the Salesforce platform, including something that we specialize on is actually building apps that startups are their actual app, the actual why the company exists on the Salesforce platform. So using Heroku and Salesforce together are some of the main things.
Blimey. I think I keep on getting told off by Kia that I say that I'm a technical consultant, technical architect, but I haven't actually taken the exam yet. I was on the beta exam, but never actually completed it. So I'm going to do that this year. That is my goal for the year, is to get certified Salesforce technical architect. It is a toughie, yeah. I think it's less than 100. Is it 183? They've got. Yeah, yeah, it's really tough. It's like I think it's something like only 10% of people actually pass it. It's insane. It's a panel. You know, you get grilled. You know, there's loads more steps now you have to take. All these specializations you got to do before you kind of get it. But yes, that's my goal. Yeah, we should do a set. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
Couple of things, actually. So back in the summer, I spun up the Salesforce Women in Tech user group in London. Thanks to Francis pulling me into helping organize this, that's sort of been not as active as I would like it to be. So I'm definitely trying to do more with that. We partner a lot with a dev user group because you'll see a lot of people make comments like, oh, there's only 20% of women on like the Salesforce 25. So I definitely want to start really kind of getting more people involved. And I work with a lot of women. There's a lot of women in this space. I think Salesforce is probably one of the top industries. So I definitely want to do more of that. But I'm actually starting to move more into like marketing cloud stuff, which is why I monopolized Read last night. So I'm starting to actually learn more about Marketing Cloud and expand my horizons. So I want to do more of that. Oh, we forgot Carolina.
She's amazing dev.
As far as Women in Tech, I don't mean that only women can come. It's open to all.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, we've just got a wow.
Oh, okay. So what else? Any final thoughts or questions? I mean, these are brains that you want to pick. And so I know we mentioned a lot of resources. I wish there was a way we could, that's maybe a takeaway that I can do, is to get you guys all these great resources or give you a place. But at a minimum, Google is a great way to start. I know that sounds really strange, but we do get well over 85% of our traffic that comes to the success community is from Google because you have so much diverse needs. And so we embrace that, and it's great for you. And so do leverage that. Search anywhere. But there's no reason to be alone. Absolutely do not feel alone. This is the whole point of this. And I don't know if you know, hopefully you know already, that this event was not put on by Salesforce. Like, this is a community-driven event, and there are these all over the globe now. And this is why there's no reason to be alone. I know I'm getting the all right. But anyway, thank you for coming. We're leaving. Thanks you guys so much.